Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Albany, Oregon and West Albany High School Memorial Stadium, the site for today's matchup between the Doc Stewarts and the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. It's American Legion Baseball for you today, a non-league contest here on the road for the Doc Stewarts as we bring you the action on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score, and streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Joey Kieran here with you as we get ready for first pitch. Want to let you know that today we've been changed from a doubleheader, which is what the Docs had on their schedule, to a single game today, which is what Mid-Valley had on theirs. So late in the season, non-leaguer, I think everybody's okay with just getting one game in here today and then going on our ways as we gear up for the postseason. Both of these teams will be in the postseason coming up next week down in Roseburg at the state tournament. We'll talk more about that as we continue on towards the first pitch of today's ball game. As we make our way through, this is your Budget Lumber pregame show. Everything you need at great low prices. It's Budget Lumber, where they strive to be lumber one. Coming up in the pregame show, we'll get a chance to catch up with Jonathan Stone, the starting first baseman for the Doc Stewarts here today. We were planning on doing a coach interview and then a player interview in between games, but with the game getting changed from a doubleheader to a single game today, we have just the player interview in the pregame, and we talk with Jonathan Stone coming up here in a few moments. That's your player interview brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Doc Stewarts will be taking on Medford on Saturday at home, and prior to that one, we'll get another chance to catch up with head coach Scott Shaver. That would be our pregame coaches interview, which is always brought to you by Oregon Coach Crafters, the best care in RV services and repair. Well, we're getting ready for a fun baseball game here at West Albany High School, where the sun is shining, the breeze is blowing, and it's a nice day for baseball. So stay with us, folks, as we continue on with the Budget Lumber pregame show from West Albany High School as the Docs get ready to take on the SouthPaws. We'll have more for you after this 2-minute break on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brooke Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brooke Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brooke Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Today we get to talk with John Stone from Roseburg High School, going to be a senior coming up next year, class of 2019. And John, first question I usually like to ask on guys that get to be on the Docs for the first summer, how to feel to get that news that you're going to be playing with the Doc Stewarts this year?
I'm not. It was a different feeling, obviously. First year on the Docs, kind of excited. I mean, it's just a great coaching staff, great players. I've always dreamed of being on this team and watched it as a kid growing up, and it's just a great program to be a part of. So it was a really great feeling to get that news that I was on that team.
You've, like you said, got the chance to watch him as you grow up, but you also got to watch your older brother Chris play on this team for the last couple of years, and I know summer baseball has been nothing you've been a stranger to, playing the last couple of years with the Pepsi Bottle Caps there. Getting a chance to just kind of be at this level, playing at this level, what's it mean for you and your development in this sport?
I mean, obviously, it's just helping me get to the next level. That's always the goal, is just play as much as I can. And this is going to help me as much as possible. Hopefully play to the next level, that college level, and get to a good college. Play baseball, hopefully.
Talking about your brother, he was got a chance to be out there and just a couple of days ago and pitch with you over at first. Then you came out and got the save. And for you guys to be able to suit up like that, to me, it seemed like from afar, it seemed like that'd be a pretty cool experience for you. What was it like for you and Chris get the chance to be out there on the field together?
It was a great experience. I really enjoyed it, even though he may have pushed me around a little bit on the mound, but I liked every moment of it, honestly. I've always wanted to play with him and never gotten a chance, but just that time just came up, just told me, hey, I'm starting on the mound. I was like, what? You are? Well, that's great. Nice. So, yeah, it was a great experience. I really liked it.
You guys got to share a moment before the game, before the first pitch on the mound, and then when you came in the game a little bit later to try and finish things out, what were the conversations like? Did he give you any words of wisdom late in the game? Did you give him any words of wisdom to start the game?
I don't think there was very much words of wisdom in there, just a lot of jokes and smiling, just enjoying the moment mostly.
No,
that's about it.
That was a really cool moment, I think, for all of us to get to see you guys out there. I know we've got a lot of brothers playing here, but for guys that never got a chance to play together, that was pretty fun for all of us to get to witness there. Multi-sport athlete at Roseburg this last year, played basketball during the winter season, then baseball during the spring season there. When it comes down to guys that have multiple sports that they play, I like to ask, you got a favorite out of the two?
It's going to be baseball.
Yeah. Which, does that surprise most people? Just with your size, most people, I'm assuming, assume that you play basketball, and you do, and that you would imagine that with your size that'd be the sport that you'd like the best. But obviously, I know that spending your time here on the baseball field during the summer means that you definitely have a passion for this sport. Does it surprise people when you say that you kind of prefer baseball over basketball?
Maybe a little bit, but they reason with me a little bit more because they say, "Oh yeah, you just be a good player at first base or wherever you play." It's like, yeah, sure, I'm okay.
Do you find being at your size, 6'7"? Well, wait, is it still 6'7"? I guess with cleats on might make it a little bit bigger, but that was the official height they gave me during basketball season. Is that what you're at?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
I believe so. I don't think we've measured in a while. But.
Does that help in this sport, being a big guy? I mean, I guess you look at professional guys that play this sport. Some of them get up to be about that big. Is it a help or a hindrance to you? Do you find at all?
I don't really know because I've never been short, so I don't really know the difference if it helps me or not. I guess I'm glad. I'm happy for it. I do what I do with what I have.
There you go. Do you get tired of people making comments about how tall you are?
100%.
So that's good that I constantly always am bringing it up here. Yeah. Talking with Jonathan Stone. This summer, it seems like it's been a fun one. The team's having quite a bit of success with what you guys have been able to do this summer. But you get a chance to get into the state tournament. You know that's set because you guys are the host team. How excited are you? This team hasn't been in the postseason like this in a couple of years. And I know first year on the team, so it'll be a new experience for you. But for you guys to be able to kind of take the program back to the state tournament, how excited do the guys seem to be?
I think everyone's pretty excited. I think mostly we're just focusing on winning. I mean, Coach always says, hey, we're in the state tournament, but we still want to earn our way kind of into that. So we just want to keep winning, win as much games as possible. And I think that's where we're having the most fun, is just winning, playing together as a team.
Gotcha. You're getting ready for your senior year of high school at Roseburg. Anything you're looking forward to coming up this next high school season, either sports or otherwise? Being a senior at Roseburg High School, what's kind of standing out to you the most as you get ready for that?
I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that I am going to be a senior. It just seems like I'm young still, and the senior's an old guy, and I don't really feel like being an old guy yet. So that means I have to go to college to do adult stuff, and I don't really want to do that yet. So
Hey, don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. I'm 35. It doesn't feel like I'm that old either. So you can keep doing that the rest of your life. Don't worry. So speaking of college, have you started to give that much thought as of yet? I know still have your high school year to finish up, but have you started looking at it? Started thinking about any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I have looked at a few colleges. Obviously, taken some tours. Excuse me. I mean, it's just kind of a scary thought, honestly. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I'm a little timid about that kind of stuff. Not sure I'm ready, but I have to get ready because this is my last year. So, ready or not, here it comes.
There you go. Well, hey, really appreciate a little bit of time as getting a chance to interview you here, John. It's been fun to watch you here throughout the last year, and look forward to seeing what comes up for you in your senior season. And I really had a blast getting a chance to see Chris back out there on the field and you two getting to play together. So it's been a lot of fun this summer. Looking for more good moments, and best of luck to you going up into your senior year.
Thank you, Joey.
All right, no problem. That is Jonathan Stone there as we continue our series of player interviews brought to you by Umpqua Dairy. We'll be back with Game 2 of the doubleheader coming up here in just a moment on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Reese's Pieces. Popcorn with butter. Starburst. Popcorn.
Okay.
Skittles. Popcorn.
Swedish Fish.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Best snack for movies? Oh, buttered popcorn.
Okay. Oh, we welcome you back here to West Albany High School as we get ready to go for first pitch of our game. Again, we changed from a doubleheader to a single 9-inning game here today, so we'll have that for you coming up here momentarily. We're about to get to the national anthem, so we'll go ahead and take our final break of the Budget Lumber pregame show and come back with first pitch after this on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
And we welcome you back here to West Albany High School as we get ready to go for today's 9-inning contest, non-leaguer between the Doc Stewarts and the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. Joey Keyran here with you as we wrap up the Budget Lumber pregame show. Everything you need at great low prices. Budget Lumber on Diamond Lake Boulevard, where they strive to be number one. As we get ready for first pitch, let's go ahead and run through today's starting lineups, brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. With great low rates, give them a call at 673-0363. That is Cooper's Pest Control. Well, as we get ready for it, Doc Stewart's the visiting team. Let's take a look at their starting lineup, put together by head coach Scott Shaver in his 11th year leading the program. Garrett Russell leads things off playing in center field, followed by Zach Holland in left field. Jonathan Stone plays at first base, batting third, followed by Luke Lucido, the DH, who will be used to hit for Doran Gillespie, today's starting pitcher. Zach Mandera plays at third base, batting fifth, followed by Cody Johnson, the shortstop, hitting sixth. In the seventh spot, playing in right field, is Jet Black. The catcher, Gabe Burke, will hit eighth, and rounding out the starting lineup is going to be Jacob Luther playing at second base. That is your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Let's take a look at your starting defensive alignment for the home team, the Mid-Valley SouthPaws, led by head coach Troy Babbitt. Your look around the diamond brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Out on the mound, it'll be Kevin Kroll, who will start for Mid-Valley here today. Behind the plate, he'll throw into Evan Cyrus. Out at first base is Tanner Rice. At second base, Jace Lean, followed by third baseman, and that is Cade Parizo. At third base is Cooper Hartzell. In the outfield from left to right, Cody Johnson, Brendan Bliss, and in right field, it is Connor Spevacek. And that is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment. Getting ready for this one, Doc Stewarts, they change it up a little bit. We've been seeing a lot of orange lately for the Doc Stewarts. Today they're going to wear their black tops with the blue lettering on the front and the back, outlined in orange, and the gray trousers with the black socks here today. On the other side, it is a two-tone top for the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. Red on the body, blue on the dark navy blue on the sleeves. Got the big M for Mid-Valley on the chest of the uniforms. Numbers on the back in that navy color for the SouthPaws. White trousers with the red piping down the side, and it looks like a few guys showing some blue socks out there as well. That is your uniform description. Brought to you by Hammer Sport, Douglas County's hottest custom sportswear store for custom team jerseys, hats, and more. Find them in downtown Roseburg on Jackson Street. Doc Stewart's come in. They lost their last ball game. They are 21-16 on the season, 9-7 in Area 4 play. Doc Stewart sitting in second place right now in Area 4 behind league leader Medford. As for Mid-Valley, they just finished out their league schedule with a loss last night against Corvallis. That last one, it was a 12-2 loss at Corvallis yesterday. They lost 2 out of the 3 against the marketmen, but they do take the Area 3 title this year. Mid-Valley finishes 11-4 in Area 3 play, 23-13 overall this season for the SouthPaws. Mid-Valley also with a one-game losing streak on their hands as they come into tonight's action. Well, we'll get ready to go here as we bring you an afternoon ball game from West Albany High School Memorial Stadium for us here today. Docs played a game here earlier this year in the tournament, the Salem tournament that they were in. And so not unfamiliar with this place as they get ready for first pitch. Crowell on the mound, Garrett Russell at the plate, and we get ready to go. First pitch in, and we are underway. 4:05 on the first pitch time. So just a little bit behind where we had projected to start here today, but no biggie. 1-0 pitch, bunted third base side. Third baseman and the pitcher both nearly run into each other as they try to cover that one down the third base side, and neither of them hustles back to get to the baseball. Finally, they do. That'll be an infield single to lead things off for Garrett Russell, who came into the game batting .336 this year. So Russell on at first, one on with nobody out. First pitch now for Zach Holland. He'll lay down a bunt third base side, and he'll get on safely. No throw to first. Crowell coming off the mound. By the time he got to the baseball, unable to make a play. Garrett Russell and Zach Holland follow with a pair of bunt singles. Runners at first and second for the Doc Stewarts. And Jonathan Stone will bat next. Jonathan Stone stands in for the Doc Stewarts, batting .351 this season. First pitch to him he takes for strike one. 2 on, nobody out. Back-to-back bunt singles for the Doc Stewarts. And they've got runners on in scoring position. The 0-1 too far inside for Jonathan Stone. We sit back behind home here at West Albany High School up in their press box, and we appreciate them making room for us up here today. Got a decent view of the field for those watching online at 541radio.com. A partial view of the field, unfortunately. It's a breaking ball for Crowell, ends up outside, a 2-1 count. We've got first base up the middle, left side of the field, a little bit obscured. But as I always like to say, it's better than nothing, right? If you can't be here, at least you get to watch a little bit. Wish I had more cameras and fun things to work with. Swing and a foul ball, third base side for Jonathan Stone. That goes into the Doc Stewart's dugout there on the third base side here at West Albany High School, home of the Bulldogs. Mid-Valley occupying the first base side. Both dugouts pulled back away from the field just a ways. A lot of foul territory down both lines. On the mound, Kevin Crow with the 2-2 count against Jonathan Stone. Russell at second, Holland at first. Swing and a miss for strike three. Jonathan Stone goes down for out number one. First strikeout of the ball game. Luke Lucido will stand in next, the DH for the Dr. Stewarts. Batting for Doran Gillespie. Luke comes into today's ball game batting .292. Doc's trying to get on the board early against Mid-Valley. Ground ball left side at the shortstop position. The throw goes to third. Parizo getting Garrett Russell with the force out at third. It's momentum taking him towards the third base side of shortstop. So he just goes with it and gets the lead runner. Luke Lucido gets on with the fielder's choice. And after getting the first two men on with bunt singles, the Docs now with 2 outs against them have runners at first and second. And it's going to be down to Zach Mandera to try and bring in the opening run of the ball game if he can. First pitch from Crowell is in the dirt for ball one. 1-0 pitch for Zach Mandera. Doc Stewart's 5-hitter comes in batting .259 on the year. Hit a home run at Willamette Valley a couple of nights ago. He'll put this one high in the air on the infield. Calling for it, the pitcher. Crowell will get underneath it, and he pitches out of the first inning after giving up 2 hits. He will keep the Doc Stewarts off the scoreboard. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors for the Southpaws, and 2 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. We will head to the bottom of the first inning. Doc Stewart's baseball for you here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Bottom of the first inning, Doc Stewart's baseball for you here on 1490 The Score and streaming at 541radio.com. Let's take a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Mid-Valley Southpaws. Brendan Bliss leads things off playing in center field, followed by shortstop Cade Parizo. The DH will be Taylor Holder, who will bat for the starting pitcher Kevin Kroll. The right fielder, Connor Spevacek, will bat fourth in the cleanup position. In left field is Cody Johnson batting fifth, followed by the 6-hitter Evan Cyrus, the catcher. At first base, batting is seventh, Tanner Rice. Cooper Hartzell, the third baseman, will bat eighth, and rounding out the starting 9 will be the second baseman, Jace Lean. That is your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. They'll face off against Dorn Gillespie, who will toe the rubber for the Docs here in today's ball game to start. And the first pitch fouled away by Bliss for strike 1. Gillespie on the mound has had limited opportunities here throughout the summer season. Only his 7th appearance, 7 1/3 innings worked. He's been mainly a reliever. In fact, this is his first start of the summer. Gets a fly ball out to left field. Zach Holland coming in to make the catch to retire the first batter of the bottom of the first inning. 1 away. Dorn Gillespie this season, 7 1/3 innings worked. He's got a 1-0 record, 1 save, and 1 save opportunity. His ERA a little inflated at 7.36. He's got 3 strikeouts and 2 walks in the limited time on the mound. He misses low for ball 1 against the 2-hitter, Cade Parizo. A 1-0 count with 1 away and nobody on. Pitch upstairs and a bit in for a 2-0 count now. The Docs and the Southpaws met to start out the season. Doc Stewart's hosted Mid-Valley on June 10th, and the season opener down at Legion Field. Ball into center field, and Garrett Russell will not have to move much out there, about right where he was started. He makes the catch for the second out, 2 down. Taylor Holder will stand in next, the DH, batting with 2 out and nobody on. Holder batting for the starting pitcher, Kevin Kroll. First pitch outside for Gillespie, a 1-0 count. Ball in the air out to right field. This is going to be out to the warning track, and it goes off the glove for Jet Black. That ball just kept carrying on him, the wind blowing out that direction. And Jet has it go off his glove. And into second base will go Taylor Holder. I was going to say it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning with an out made at every position in the outfield. But Jet's error in right is going to put a man in scoring position with 2 down. And up next will be the cleanup man, Connor Spivacek. He was not with Mid-Valley the first time these two teams met as he takes a pitch high for ball one. A 1-0 count for Spivacek, the righty. Takes on the inside corner for strike one. Evens things up at a 1-1 count. Spivacek from Crescent Valley High School, graduating here in the class of 2018. He gets this one in the air. It's going to make its way to right field, shallow right field grass, and Jacob Luther will make the putout. Doc Stewart's get out of the first inning despite an error. No runs on no hits, one error, and one man left on base. We'll go to the top of the second inning. Doc Stewart's and Mid-Valley in a scoreless ball game so far here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Batting number 12, Cody Johnson.
Top of the second inning, scoreless ball game so far. Cody Johnson leads things off for the Docs, and he'll poke one through on the right side. First pitch swinging from Kevin Kroll. That one just sneaks through between second and first, and Cody Johnson, who came into today's ball game batting .286, will pick up a base knock in his first at-bat. One on and nobody out for the Doc Stewarts, and Jet Black in next. Jet looking to make up for that error that he had in the first inning defensively. First pitch, low for ball one. This field, you can see the ball fly around the park quite a bit. When the wind is blowing the right direction, the ball does carry, and it looked like that just might have been the case for Jet, with that one continuing to go towards the fence for him in right field. Pitch low and outside for a 2-0 count. Right now, the American flag in center field, big ol' American flag, is flowing out towards center. On that ball that was hit to Jet back in the bottom of the first inning, the flag was blowing out to right field, so it'll carry if you get it up there. Runner going, the pitch in for a strike, throw to second. Johnson in safely. A stolen base for Cody. 2 balls and a strike against Jet Black. With a man in scoring position now for the Docs, nobody out. Doc Stewart's Baseball Today brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? 2-1 pitch from Crowell. Line drive, gets into center field. Johnson up to third. And it'll be back-to-back base knocks for the Docs here in the top of the second inning. Jet Black moving Cody Johnson to third base after he stole second. Runners on the corners for the Docs with nobody out as they threaten again here in the second inning. Had 2 runners on in the first and couldn't bring anybody around. Trying to make up for that here in the second inning against Kevin Kroll. Squaring to bunt, Gabe Burke going to try and lay down a sacrifice bunt and see if he could move at least Jet Black into scoring position. Maybe bring in Cody Johnson from third as well. He takes outside on that first pitch. The 1-0 delivery. Squaring again for Burke. He'll take for ball 2. That pitch low, ended up almost in the dirt. Just picking it up off the dirt there behind the plate. Evan Cyrus making sure that ball doesn't get by. Not a very deep backstop, at least not compared to what we see at Legion Field here at West Albany. Not showing bunt this time, and Burke will take for a 3-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes against Gabe Burke, starting catcher for us here today. 9-inning contest for those that might be just joining us. We came up here thinking we'd be playing 2. We're going to just play 1 9-inning. Pitch is across. No, it is across for a strike. Burke had tossed it away. He'll have a 3-1 count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and third with nobody out. Top of the 2nd inning. Scoreless ball game so far. Kroll's 3-1, swung on a miss, runner going to second. It goes through into center field, and coming in to score will be Cody Johnson. It gets by the center fielder, and now up to third base will go Jet. They're going to send him to the plate. Relay throw is going to go to the plate, and Jet is out at home. As long as he holds on, he does. Cyrus will hold on. Docs will get 1 out of 2 on that one. Taking a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 2nd inning. Docs trying to be a bit aggressive here early on. Pays off with a run, but only 1. At the plate, a 3-2 count now for Gabe Burke. Nobody on base, 1 away. Burke trying to get on and keep the inning going. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Burke lets it go by. Second strikeout of the game for Kevin Kroll. 2 down. And up next will be Jacob Luther batting with the bases empty and 2 away. First pitch for Luther, up the middle, hard ground ball will get through for a 2-out single. So Luther does keep the inning alive for the Doc Stewart, sending it back to the top of the lineup. So you've got 1 on, 2 away, and Garrett Russell up for a second time after his bunt single in the first. He does have the third baseman drawn in after laying down that bunt. Pitch on the inside corner called for strike 1 against Russell. The 0-1 delivery, a throw over to first base, got him. Luther picked off at first. Krolls his throw over there, getting Luther off the bag, diving back in, just a bit behind. And that'll do it for the Doc Stewarts here in the top of the 2nd. They do take a 1-0 lead, 1 run on 3 hits. There was 1 error for the Southpaws, and the Doc Stewarts do not leave anybody on base. 1-0 our score, heading to the bottom of the 2nd inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score. Copy.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Bottom of the 2nd inning, it's a 1-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts against Mid-Valley. First pitch for Doran Gillespie is in low for ball 1. Well, in the top of the second inning, Cody Johnson led things off for the Dr. Stewarts. Here in the bottom of the second inning for Mid-Valley, it'll be Cody Johnson leading things off for the Southpaws. In for a strike, a 1-1 count here for Cody Johnson, the left fielder for Mid-Valley. Johnson from Lebanon High School, graduating here in the class of 2018. We'll do our best not to confuse the two. Off the handle, a ground ball from Cody Johnson to Cody Johnson. The throw to first is in for out number 1. Not going to happen very often, so I had to have some fun with that. We get the Johnson to Johnson double play, sometimes up the middle with Cody and his younger brother Caden, but not often we'll have Cody Johnson hitting a ground ball to Cody Johnson for an out. 1 away, and Evan Cyrus will bat next for the Southpaws. Cyrus, the catcher. First pitch, he goes right side. Luther in front of it at second base. Will throw to Jonathan Stone. 4-3 the putout. 2 down for the Southpaws. And Doran Gillespie working quickly through the second inning here. Will now face the first baseman, Tanner Rice. Rice, a lefty. First pitch from the right-handed throwing Doran Gillespie is high and outside. First lefty of the day for the Southpaws. Pulls it right side to Jonathan Stone. He'll take it himself, the big man to the bag. And that'll wrap things up. A 1-2-3 inning for Doran Gillespie. Docs lead 1-0 after 2 innings of play. We'll head to the top of the third after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Garrett Russell will dig in after he was at the plate to finish things off in the top of the second, with Jacob Luther getting picked off at first base. Doc Stewart's leading 1-0 as we start the third in this 9-inning contest. Beautiful day for baseball here in Albany. First pitch to Russell. He fouls it down the third base side for strike 1. Beautiful day, plenty of sunshine. We left the Umpqua Basin. It was very cloudy down there. It was kind of all the way up till we got here. It started to burn off. Looking at sunny skies, 75 degrees for our temperatures, and expecting sun throughout the rest of the ball game. Ball in the air out to center field for Russell, drifting towards the alley. Brendan Bliss will make the catch in right center for the first out. 1 away as we start the third inning. Zach Holland will bat next for the Doc Stewarts. 75 right now, expecting probably by the time we get done, maybe into the upper 60s if it does really take a cool off. But a very comfortable day as the week is rolling on. We've had some very hot temperatures early on. Our weather report is always brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. Zach Holland takes outside for the first pitch and now fouls one off. Evens up his count at 1-1. Left-handed batter Zach Holland, right-handed thrower. Saw the ball fly out from Taylor Holder to right field earlier in the game. Holder, the DH for the Southpaws, putting one almost to the wall on a ball that just kept carrying. As the lefty, Zach Holland, who does have one homer this season, maybe that's something attainable for him to try and get one up in the jet stream and take it out to right field. We'll see what he does here with the 1-1. Breaking ball is on the outside corner for strike 2. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. The 1-2 pitch for Holland is well outside. It goes to a 2-2 count here. Top of the third inning, 1-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts. Doc's the only Area 4 team in action here today. 2-2 count for Holland. Goes left side this time, but foul. Stays a 2-2 count for the Doc Stewarts left fielder. Looks like Peyton Hope throwing in the bullpen right now for the Doc Stewarts. Not sure if he'll be coming in at some point. Swing and a miss for Holland. He goes down on the breaking ball. Third strikeout of the game for Kevin Kroll. 2 down, and Jonathan Stone, who was the first strikeout victim for Kroll, will stand in. Jonathan came in today batting .351. Fouls off the first pitch. Stone at .351. Let's see here. He is just behind Brody Black at .355 for the team lead in batting average. His 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So far today, though, he has had struggles trying to figure out the Southpaws starting pitcher. 1-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts here in the top of the third inning, 9-inning contest. The 0-2 fouled away for Stone, keeps it an 0-2 count. Docs will. It was going to be a busy week. They had yesterday's game against Salem yesterday got canceled. Then today we were expecting 2. We come up and get 1 as another swing and a miss for Jonathan Stone will set him down, and that'll end out the top of the third inning as the Doc Stewarts strike out twice to finish things off. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Doc Stewarts lead 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the third on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Now batting for the Southpaws, number 25, third baseman Cooper Hartzell.
Doc Stewart's in front 1-0 as we start the bottom of the third inning. Doc's Baseball brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Doran Gillespie, the righty on the mound for the Docs to start out the ball game. Will fire in a first pitch, strike 1. I don't think we ever did get a chance to look around the diamond for the Doc Stewarts. That's brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of power equipment is second to none. The 0-1, a one-hopper to Jacob Luther at second, to Jonathan Stone at first, and you've got one away. Let's go ahead and take a look around the diamond as Cooper Hartzell grounds out. And Jace Lean will come up to hit. Behind the plate, Gabe Burke today. Jonathan Stone out at first. Jacob Luther at second. Cody Johnson at short and Zach Mandera at third. In the outfield from left to right, Zach Holland, Garrett Russell, and Jet Black. That's your look around the diamond, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment. First pitch in for strike 1 against Jace Lean, left-handed batter. Second baseman. Lean will put this one in the air out to left field. Long run for Holland out there, but he'll get in time to make the catch. With a lefty at the plate, that was kind of an unexpected territory there for Holland. Made it for a long run, but he's able to catch up to the baseball in time for out number 2. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Southpaws. Brendan Bliss will step in. First pitch for Bliss, he takes for ball 1. Brendan Bliss had a base knock last night against Corvallis, but not a lot of offense for the Southpaws in that series. There's a ball in the air out to center field. Russell, only just a couple of steps needed to make the adjustment, and he is in the right spot for another out. That'll be another 1-2-3 inning for Doran Gillespie, and he is continuing to throw very well against the Southpaws. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning in this 9-inning ballgame, moving quick. It's a 1-0 score in favor of the Doc Stewarts on CBS Sports Radio 1490, The Score.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Luke Lucido will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts here in the top of the 4th inning. He takes a breaking ball outside from Kevin Crowell, and we begin the top of the 4th with the Docs leading 1-0. Welcome you here to West Albany High School, home of the Bulldogs, and during the summer, home of the Mid-Valley Southpaws. Crowell a 2-0 count here against Lucido. Luke is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. 2-0 pitch, takes at the knees on the inside corner for strike 1. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Ball fought off right side, foul for Lucido, and he's got a 2-2 count. I was saying that the Docs, they were expected to play 12 games in an 8-day span, but we've had one canceled. This has been changed to a single, so there's 2 games off the schedule, so down to 10 games over 8 days. Still busy. Ground ball, third base side, gets by a diving Hartzell at third into left field. Lucido going to try for 2. The relay throw back in will not be in time as Johnson sends it back in to Parizo, the shortstop. And Luke Lucido will have a leadoff double here in the 4th for the Doc Stewarts. For Luke this season, that'll be his 13th, make it his 9th double of the year. And it'll be his 10th extra base hit of the season. Stands at second with nobody out. And up next will be Zach Mandera. First pitch, Mandera swing and a miss. Breaking ball that ended up in the dirt. Mandera popped out on the infield back in the first with 2 runners on and 1 in scoring position. Docs have had a man on every inning except for the third, when Kevin Crowell pitched a 1-2-3 third inning. A ball gets by the catcher, Evan Cyrus, up to third base. Will go Lucido. 1-1 count for Mandera. That breaking ball outside. Cyrus sliding to his right, just couldn't get there in time. Mandera digs back in. One pitch coming up for Crowell. Kicks and fires. It's in the dirt, and it gets by again. Cyrus not going to get to it fast enough, and Luke Lucido scores from third on the wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike now against Mandera. Docs in front, 2-0 against the Southpaws. So a run comes in. Luke Lucido gets on with a double, 2 wild pitches, and he comes in to score. Foul ball for Zach Mandera. Zach with a 2-2 count now with nobody on and nobody out, trying to get a little bit more momentum going for the Docs offense. He hits one third base side and just foul down that third base line. Hopped on the chalk twice before just kicking into foul territory before the bag. Down that line, Docs. 5 games over 500, trying to get back to a season best 6 games over 500. 2-2 for Mandera. Check swing. They'll appeal down to first. He did not go around, and the count will go full. Docs also looking to try and improve their road record as Mandera will take a ball low and inside for a walk. First one issued, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that'll be the first walk issued by Kevin Crowell. Puts a man on at first with nobody out. Docs get the first 2 guys on. Already 1 run in here in the 4th inning. Cody Johnson hits at a single to right field back in the 2nd. Stole second base and eventually came around to score. The first pitch to him, he pulls to third base. They'll try to start the double play. They get 1 at second to throw to first, and it's in and out of the glove and still picked up in time. Tanner Rice will make the out. Cody Johnson, the back end of a 5-4-3 double play, started by Cooper Hartzell at third. 2 down. Zach Mandera forced out at second base. So the base is empty. A much-needed double play there for the Southpaws. Jet Black will stand in. He hits a high chopper to short, fielded by Parizo, and into first base for the out. That'll wrap things up for the Docs, but they get 1 more run here in the top of the 4th inning. They lead 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
We are flying through this single 9-inning ball game into the bottom of the 4th. Only 40 minutes into this one, pretty much. Here in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Cade Parizo, Taylor Holder, and Connor Spivak. Got the pronunciation there and forgot it. Spivak will be the 3rd hitter due up here in the 4th inning. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Doran Gillespie up on the mound into his 4th inning of work. He has been strong to start out here today. Allowed just 1 base runner, and that was on an error. And as I say that, there's your first base hit of the ball game for the Southpaws. Parizo will line one into left center. And there's the first base runner on with the base knock against Doran Gillespie for the Southpaws. Parizo on at first. Coming up first pitch swinging. Lined that one just over the top of Cody Johnson at short. Parizo ended up with a double out of that one, out at second base. Ground ball towards short. Cody Johnson backhands, throws to first. They'll get the out there. Up to third will go Parizo.
Now batting number 24, right fielder Connor.
Taylor Holder grounding out 6-3 the put out for out number 1 here in the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th, Docs leading 2-0. Connor Spivak will ground one to third. Looks to third base. Mandero will throw across the diamond for the second out. 2 away. Pariso holding at third base. That ball right to Mandera. Didn't have to move much at third and made for an easy throw across the diamond, able to hold the runner on. Cody Johnson will bat, the left fielder, grounded out to short his first time up. 2 down, a man at third. First pitch, a breaking ball for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery coming up for Gillespie. Johnson fouls it back for strike 2. So Cody Johnson behind, 0-2 in the count. With Cade Pariso out at third after the leadoff double here in the 4th. Gillespie's 0-2 pitch, just inside. It'll go to a 1-2 count. Gillespie trying to get out of the 4th without giving up a run, keep the shutout alive. He gave up his first hit to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball, a lot of movement on that one into the dirt. Couldn't entice a swing out of Johnson. So Gillespie will go to a 2-2 count now against the 5-hitter. Two-two pitch. Inside for ball 3. Gillespie so far, no strikeouts but no walks. He's on the verge here. The 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball pulled foul. That breaking ball has some good bite to it. Again, another 3-2 pitch here for Cody Johnson. The Southpaws left fielder. The 3-2. He lines that one into left field. And there's your first run of the ball game for the Southpaws. They cut the deficit in half. RBI 2-out single for Johnson. Scoring was Pariso. And it's 2-1. Doc still in the lead. 2 down in the 4th. Up next will be Evan Cyrus, the catcher. He grounded out to second base back in the 2nd inning. His second time up. Takes outside for ball 1. So Gillespie gives up his first hit and first run here in the 4th inning. Gets one across for a strike. A 1-1 count now for Cyrus. 1-1 pitch for Gillespie. Bit low, and the count will go 2-1. Two balls and a strike now for Evan Cyrus, the Southpaws catcher. Takes right down the middle for strike 2. Cyrus played home games here at West Albany High School back in the spring. A Bulldog, he's headed to Lynn Benton Community College for his first year of college ball. Ground ball to short. Cody Johnson will throw to first, and he'll get Cyrus to finish out things here in the bottom of the 4th. Doc Stewart's give up 1 run to the Southpaws, who get 1 run on 2 hits. No Doc Stewart errors, and 1 man left on base. Head to the top of the 5th. It's a 2-1 ball game. Doc's in front on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Kevin Crowell still on the mound for his 5th inning of work. 9-inning ball game for you here today on 1490 The Score. This baseball game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Docs in front, 2-1. Southpaws getting their first run of the ball game in the bottom of the 4th inning. Leading things off is Gabe Burke for the Doc Stewarts. He fouls off the first pitch he gets from Kevin Crowell. Starts out 0-1. Gabe Burke struck out looking back in the 2nd inning. Second strikeout of the game at the time for Crowell. He has currently got 4 in this one as he fires in another strike against Gabe Burke. The 0-2, Burke fouls it away, keeps his at-bat alive. Doc Stewart's played a doubleheader at home against Mid-Valley to start out the year back on June 10th. Lost the first one 12-7, but won the second 7-6. So pitch just misses inside to Burke for a 1-2 count. Docs lost that first game and then won the second. The win in the second game was the start of what was a 13-game home winning streak for the Doc Stewarts, as a breaking ball misses low and outside in the dirt. Prior to losing one game at home, let's see, that was ball in the dirt. Actually, that ends up, I must have hit Gabe Burke. I was looking at my schedule real quick there. Down to first will go Burke. It was the Willamette Valley Titans. That's the Docs lost one at home against the Willamette Valley Titans, ending that home winning streak, and that came just back on July 16th. So ball fouled away for Jacob Luther with a man at first and nobody out. So from June 10th through July 16th, Doc Stewarts did not lose at Legion Field. Not too shabby there. Prior to the loss against Willamette Valley, the only other loss had come against Mid-Valley. As a pitch in the dirt, we'll go to a 1-1 count here against Jacob Luther, who comes in 1 for 1 in the game, had a single up the middle, but then was picked off at first to end the second inning. He hits with Gabe Burke out at first base. Pitch in the dirt again for Crowell, and he's got a 2-1 count against the Doc's second baseman. Crowell has given up the 2 runs on 6 hits so far. 1 error for both sides. Mid-Valley with 1 run on 2 hits in this contest. 2-1 pitch, low and outside for a 3-1 count now for Luther. Docs will have tomorrow off and then get back to action in league play with their 4-game series against the league-leading Medford Mustangs, starting with a home doubleheader Saturday at Legion Field. Ball outside in the dirt, up to second base went Burke. Gets in because of the walk issued to Jacob Luther. Burke to second, Luther on at first. Second walk of the ball game for Kevin Crowell, and top of the lineup coming up for the Doc Stewarts as they look to push their lead back out to at least 2, if not more. They were up to 2-0 until the 1 run in the bottom of the 4th for Mid-Valley. First pitch for Garrett Russell is upstairs for ball 1. Docs could still win the Area 4 championship if they sweep all 4 games against the Medford Mustangs this weekend. This pitch in the dirt goes to a 2-0 count now for Russell. Now that would be tough. Medford's only got 3 league losses so far this year. So you're going to be looking at quite the uphill battle for the Docs going into that one. They're, of course, they are the host team for the upcoming state tournament, so they're in automatically. As a pitch on the inside corner is in for strike 1. Medford just 9 losses on the year, 33-9 overall, 13-3 in Area 4. Doc Stewart's 21-16 at the moment. The 2-1 outside, knocked down by Evan Cyrus. Keeps that ball near the plate, and that holds the Doc Stewart's runners. At first base, Jacob Luther. At second base, Gabe Burke. 3-1 count for Garrett Russell. Docs leading 2-1. Nobody out so far here in the top of the 5th. Krause 3-1 is into right field, and that's caught. Burke's got to head back to second, but he won't get there in time. He is doubled off. That looked like a ball that might have had a chance to drop, but it carries to right field for the first out. And then doubled off at second base, Gabe Burke will be the second out. So 2 now away, and the only man on base is Jacob Luther. Zach Holland is going to hit one to short, and a flip to second base by Pariso will finish things off. Doc Stewart's threatened here in the 5th inning, but again come up empty. Cannot bring anybody around. No runs on no hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. Doc Stewart's lead 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to Doc Stewart's Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue. Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Attention. New pitcher for the Docs, number 4, Peyton Hope.
Headed to the bottom of the 5th, Doc Stewart's leading 2-1 against the Mid-Valley Southpaws. A Shelby Migulena construction call to the pen for the Doc Stewarts. New man on the mound is going to be Peyton Hope. So Doc Stewart's will take Doran Gillespie off the mound. We'll take a look around the diamond and tell you what other changes have been made. I think behind the plate you're going to have Kyler Leichner, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. That could be an 18 still on the back there. Holland still in left, so my guess is that Gillespie has come out of the game altogether. That looks to be the case. Luther still at second base, Mandera still at third, Johnson at short, and Jonathan Stone at first. So we'll double check down here, but I think that is going to just be a pitcher's change for the Doc Stewarts. First pitch is outside for ball 1 here for Peyton Hope, who comes in relief of Doran Gillespie, who would be in line to get well, actually he didn't go the 5 innings for a 9-inning ball game. Ground ball right side, quickly to Jacob Luther off the bat of Tanner Rice for out number 1.
Now batting third baseman, number 25, Cooper Hartzell.
So Hope takes over here, gets the first out. Cooper Hartzell will stand in next with nobody on and 1 away. The first pitch is in for strike one on the outside corner against Hartzell. Peyton Hope getting a little bit of work here before he is likely one of the two starters for the doubleheader on Saturday against Medford. Pitch in the dirt for a 1-1 count. Peyton Hope comes in with a 3-3 record this season. 8 starts. His 1-1 pitch, ground ball right side. Luther knocks it down, back to his feet, and then the throw to first in time to get Hartzell for out number 2. 2 away, and up next will be Jace Lean, the second baseman, left-handed batter. 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch swinging for Lean. He'll foul it away for strike one. The 0-1 from Hope outside. It'll go to a 1-1 count. Out of the windup for Hope. He fires in, check swing, and it's called for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. Hope trying to make quick work of the Southpaws' bottom third of the lineup. Get a 1-2-3 inning and see if the Doc Stewarts can add to their lead in the top of the 6th. Pitch outside, 2-2 count now for Lean. Jace flew out to left field his first time up. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. That's our first Joe's Towing strikeout of the ball game. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals. We'll be back with the top of the 6th inning. Doc Stewart's leading 2-1 on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
We start the top of the 6th inning. Doc's leading at 2-1. Jonathan Stone will lead things off. First pitch swinging. He fouls down the third base line for strike 1. Kevin Crowell on the mound still for Mid-Valley here into the 6th. His team down by 1. Jonathan Stone, 2 strikeouts in the game, looking to try and turn things around here. The 0-1 pitch he takes outside in the dirt. Doc Stewart's baseball, brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. So it was Kyler Leishner back behind the plate in the last half inning for the Doc Stewarts. So he comes in for Gabe Burke. Looks like we may also have a new DH for the Doc Stewarts coming up, with Brody Black waiting on deck, taking over for Luke Lucido. 2 balls, 1 strike now against Jonathan Stone. Crowell's 2-1. Inside corner for a called strike to make it a 2-2 count. The Doc's starting to make some defensive changes here midway through this ball game. 2-2 pitch. Stone got around on that one, fouls it off way down the left field side. Stays a 2-2 count. Kevin Crowell into his 6th inning of work, facing the Doc's lineup for a 3rd time, although he'll face a couple of new guys. Swing and another foul ball third base side for Stone, keeping his at-bat alive. We'll try and get you the final numbers here on Doran Gillespie when we get a chance after he comes out of the game after 4 innings worked. 2-2 Stone off the end of his bat and gets it to second base. Throw to first. It's going to be just in time to beat Jonathan Stone. 4-3 the put out. Chase Lane coming up to make the play. One away, and up next it is Brody Black that stands in as the DH for the Doc Stewarts. He'll take over for Luke Lucido. Luke comes out of the game going 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. First pitch for Brody is low for ball 1. The 1-0. Black gets underneath this one out to right field on the run. Spivak, he'll make the leaping grab in right field. Putting away Brody Black, that one taking him all the way to the fence. But Spivak able to make the play for out number 2. That one carried, and mentioned right field and center looked like those balls just may carry enough. And that time it did for Brody Black, but can't get it over the head of the right fielder. Zach Mandera up 0 for 1 in the game with 2 down and nobody on base. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Mandera drew a walk his last time up. He'll put this one to left field. Coming in, a diving attempt, unable to make the play. Johnson in left field misread that one, thought it was going to carry to him, and then realized he had to sprint in to get to it. Mandera will get on with the single.
Now batting shortstop, number 12, Cody Johnson.
So Mandera picking up his first hit of the game. Cody Johnson will bat next, 1 for 2. He grounded into a double play in the 4th inning. First pitch to Johnson's in the dirt for ball 1. So the Docs have their big series coming up against Medford this weekend, but you can pretty much deduce that it's going to be Medford and the Doc Stewarts, the 2 automatic bids out of Area 4 for the upcoming state tournament next week. As the 1-0 pitch to Johnson comes high and tight. The Docs are in as the host team. Then they've got the area champion that'll get in as well. And right now, the area champion's either going to be Medford or it's going to be the Dr. Stewarts. If the Doc Stewarts win the area championship, the second place team, which would be Medford, would get in automatically. As a line drive shot, one hopper gets by at short. Pariso couldn't handle it. Mandera's going to go first to third. Johnson puts on the brakes, back to first. Cody Johnson with a 2-out single. Mandera going first to third. Runners on the corners with 2 away for the Docs. So it will be Medford and Roseburg automatically qualifying for the state tournament. Then you've got Eugene, Willamette Valley, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls battling out for the final 3 spots from Area 4 that'll get a postseason berth and a spot in a super regional. That'll all be decided coming up by Sunday. Throw over to first. Johnson back just ahead of the tag. A nice pickoff move by Kevin Crowell on the mound. He got Jacob Luther earlier, and that one not that far off at first base for Cody Johnson. Out of Area 3, Mid-Valley has secured the Area 3 championship. So they have automatically qualified for the state tournament at Roseburg as well as the first pitch in for a strike. So the Mid-Valley group going to be down there. We'll be seeing them playing down there. Corvallis also securing the second place finish in Area 3. So they've got a home super regional. Then things get a little bit tighter. 0-1 pitch to Jet Black here from Kevin Crowell. The pitch high up out of the crouch quickly was Evan Cyrus. Looking to throw down to first, but no throw that direction. 1-1 count now for Jet Black, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game with a single back in the second. Crowell's 1-1 delivery coming up. No, throw over to first. Johnson back in safely. So Mid-Valley is into the state tournament. Corvallis will host a super regional. Then you've got the Post 20 Dirtbags and the Salem Whitnell Dodgers, both tied at 7 and 5. They play their final league series to determine the third and fourth place teams in the league standings coming up this week. Third place gets to host a super regional. Fourth place has to go on the road. As a swing and a miss out of Jet will give them a 1-2 count. So big series coming up there in Area 3 play between the Dodgers and the Dirtbags to determine who gets a home super regional. And of course, all the super regionals are best 2 out of 3, and the winners move on to the state tournament to fill out the final 4 spots in the 8-team bracket. Runner going on the 1-2. Strike 3 will not matter. At the plate, Jet Black strikes out on the 1-2 pitch. He goes down looking as Kevin Crowell wraps it up, leaves 2 men on base for the Doc Stewarts in the 6th, and picks up his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. Doc Stewart's no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors for the Southpaws and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th, still a 2-1 lead for the Doc Stewarts on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay. Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Brendan Bliss.
Head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Peyton Hope back out there on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. Again, Kyler Leischner taking over behind the plate for Gabe Burke. First pitch, a breaking ball, just upstairs for a 1-0 count now against the leadoff man, Brendan Bliss, who will start things off here in the 6th inning for the Southpaws. He pokes one out to left field, going back over the top of the head of Zach Holland. I think he might have lost that one. It's going to be a leadoff double for Brendan Bliss. It didn't seem as if Zach Holland was too much out of place on that one and that it was going to be that hard for him to get to. Did carry over his head just a little bit, but it looked like he might have had a chance to get to it, but he might have just lost it in the sun a little bit as it's that left field is the sun field, looking into it just a bit as it goes down on the first base line back behind us. Scoring to bunt, and the pitch goes over the batter's head. Cade Parizo ducks out of the way, and the ball goes all the way to the backstop. Up to third base goes Brendan Bliss on the wild pitch. And just like that, the game-tying run 90 feet from home. So Peyton Hope on the mound, looking to avoid giving up the game-tying run and the lead for the Doc Stewarts. A pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. One delivery from Hope. Fastball, swing and a miss. That might have been more of an off-speed pitch. It was straight. That much I can tell you. A ball and 2 strikes now for Parizo. Cade Parizo had a double back in the 4th against Doran Gillespie, who made it through 4 innings of work, gave up just the 1 run on 2 hits. Pitch just upstairs. Goes to a 2-2 count here against Parizo. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and a man out at third. The 2-2 from Hope. Line drive shot into left field. We've got a tie ball game. Parizo got around on that one, rips it down the line to third. He'll get in with a double. brings in Brendan Bliss, and Mid-Valley ties it up here in the bottom of the 6th. Still nobody out. Doc Stewart's baseball here in the 6th inning, brought to you by our friends at Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Pitch high for ball 1 for Peyton. Docs with a little bit of action going in the bullpen. I imagine they just plan on using a number of guys in this one. Noah Burke out there throwing. Pitch in for a strike to even it up at a 1-1 count. Docs will be kind of just using this as a tune-up to get ready for Medford. On the other side, Mid-Valley letting some of their guys get some work here today as well after their league season wrapped up last night. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this will be the final games of the regular season for them, unless they've added any as the season has progressed. A 2-1 pitch, or a 1-1 pitch taken in the dirt to take it to a 2-1 count. Nobody out. Out at second base, Cade Parizo. Our score tied at 2. Taylor Holder at the plate. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Reached on an error in the first. Hope, a long hold on the mound, now fires in, and it's good for strike 2. Holder tried to step out and call time, and the umpire didn't grant him with it. And the pitch was in for a strike. So Holder, a 2-2 count. Peyton Hope looking in to get the signal from Kyler Leisner, who's taken over behind the plate. Breaking ball, pulled third base side and just foul. That chopper going down the line. So Mid-Valley fighting their way back in. Getting a run in the 4th and now one here in the 6th to tie the ball game up. They're looking to take a lead with nobody out and a man out at second base. The 2-2 from Hope is fouled third base side again by Holder. And he still has the 2-2 count. Doc Stewart scored 1 run in the 2nd and 1 run in the 4th for their 2 runs in this ball game. They've left a lot of guys on in scoring position. 2-2 pitch just inside, and the count will go 3-2. Docs have missed many opportunities in this ball game. If it was one that was a must-win situation, they'd look back on it and kind of kick themselves about it. Full count pitch coming up for Peyton Hope with a man at second looking for the first out. Continues to check second, fires in. The ball lined into left field past Zach Mandera. Holland will get it and throws back in. It's a single, 3 straight hits off of Peyton Hope here in the 6th inning for the top of the lineup for the Southpaws. Pariso goes up to third after his RBI double. And Trey Holder now on at first after the single to left field. 2 on, nobody out, and out to the mound is going to go Tom Nielsen to have a conversation with Peyton Hope. Doc Stewart's, again, we've got Medford coming up on Saturday. And then they wrap up the regular season. They'll have a doubleheader. Medford at home on Saturday, then on the road on Sunday for the Docs. And then on Monday, the Docs are scheduled to host the Withnell Dodgers. We'll see if that game stays on the schedule, Withnell canceling yesterday. And then after that, the Docs get the bye through the Super Regional round as the state tournament hosts. And then state tournament starts on Saturday, 1 week from 2 days from now. So it'll be here before we know it. And as a reminder, 1490 The Score and 541radio.com will be broadcasting every game from the state tournament live online at 541radio.com. So check that out. State tournament coverage brought to you by Virginia Everard, local licensed broker in Oregon. As a ball in the air for Connor Spivak. Catch was made, and the runner will tag from third and comes home. Parizo will score on a sac fly from Spivak. And it's now a 3-2 lead for Mid-Valley on top of the Doc Stewarts. One away, one on. So Peyton Hope comes out here in the 6th inning, gives up 2 runs, and gives up the lead. He'll now be on the hook for the loss if the score does not wind up in the Doc Stewarts' favor. First pitch outside for ball 1 against Cody Johnson. Johnson in the ball game, 1 for 2. He had an RBI single in the 4th against Doran Gillespie. 1 ball, no strikes here for Peyton Hope, who comes set. Runner going, swing and a miss. Throw down to second from Leischner, and it bounces past Cody Johnson. Backing up the play, Luther will collect the baseball. 1-1 the count at the plate against Johnson. And it looks like maybe second base has come dislodged, I think. I'll come out there to dig out the dirt. So a stolen base for Trey Holder gets him into scoring position with 1 away. Connor Spivak at the he flew out to left field for the sac fly. Cody Johnson is at the plate. Already has 1 RBI today, looking to pick up another. A 1-1 pitch. Breaky ball in for strike 2. Johnson thought about it. Did not get the bat going, though. Check swing, he pulled back early. A ball and 2 strikes for Peyton Hope. Looking for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Ball got away from Leischner. He'll look to second, throws to first. The runner will stay at second base. Holder does not take off. Throw down to first in time to get Cody Johnson for out number 2. It's another Joe's Towing strikeout there for Peyton Hope. 2 away. Evan Cyrus will bat next. Cyrus 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts here today. Takes the first pitch from Hope for strike 1. Cyrus, the last batter to face off against Peyton Hope for the first time. Hope making his way through the lineup. Trying to finish out his 2nd inning of work. The 0-1 pitch lined into left center. Gets in. That likely brings in another run. Coming in to score from second, Taylor Holder will get in. 3 runs scored here in the 6th off of Peyton Hope. RBI single for Cyrus. That's the 4th hit here in the 6th inning for the Southpaws against Peyton Hope, and he's going to hand over the baseball. New man on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. They make a call to the pen, brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. It'll be Noah Burke on the mound when we come back after Peyton Hope's time on the rubber comes to an end here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper. Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Back here in the bottom of the 6th inning, new man on the mound for the Doc Stewarts is Noah Burke. Burke will come in for Peyton Hope. Thank you. Peyton Hope goes 1 2/3 innings worked. He gave up 4 hits, right now credited with 3 runs, although the runner at first, Evan Cyrus, would go to the total for Peyton Hope. So 3 runs, all 3 earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts for Peyton Hope. Doran Gillespie, the starter, went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, no strikeouts. He no longer factors into today's decision. First pitch from Noah Burke will be to the lefty Tanner Rice, and he fouls it away. Doc Stewart's trailing now 4-2 with 3 runs in here in the bottom of the 6th. Burke's second pitch is in the air to left field. Zach Holland will come in, and he makes the catch at his shoe tops to retire the side. So 3 runs come in. It's 4-2. Mid-Valley in front of the Doc Stewarts will go to the top of the 7th in this 9-inning ball game on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
And now behind plate, number 5, Bryce Efferson.
Top of the 7th inning. Welcome you back here to West Albany High School. Doc Stewart's in the Mid-Valley SouthPaws. New man on the mound for the SouthPaws as we start the 7th inning. It is Brendan Bliss that takes over, moving from center field to take over on the mound. New man behind the plate as well. Taking over for Evan Cyrus is Bryce Efferson, who will now be catching. And the new man in center field, that is, that's the number I thought they said, Ezra Lopez out in center field, who will, I think, comes in for the pitcher's position. So, new man on the mound is Brendan Bliss. Takes over for Kevin Crowell, who will be in line to get the win if the score doesn't change. First pitch for Kyler Leischner. Came in defensively in the 5th inning. He gets his first chance to hit here today. The 0-1 pitch, he takes low for ball 1. Leischner, the first man to face off against the new pitcher. Leischner gets underneath one, out in the air, out towards left field. That one carrying, but foul. Has 2 strikes against him. Nobody on, nobody out as we lead things off here. The 1-2 for Leischner bounces in from Bliss, makes it a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes. The delivery from Bliss outside bounces by for a full count. So Leischner, his first at-bat of the day here, comes in with a .279 batting average. Kevin Crowell going 6 innings of work for the Southpaws. We'll get his numbers here. 3-2 pitch inside for ball 4. Walk issued to Kyler Leischner as the Doc Stewart's trail starting the 7th inning 4-2. Again, this is a 9-inning ball game here, so still a lot of time left in the game for the Doc Stewarts to rally back, down by 2. Neither team is led by more than 2. New man in for the 9 position, taking over most likely at second base, will be Caden Johnson.
Now batting, number 6, Caden Johnson.
So the Docs breaking up the ball game, getting guys in after playing about half a game. Caden Johnson steps in for his first at-bat with Kyler Leischner on at first. He squares to bunt, puts it back to the mound, fielded by Bliss. He throws to first, and Tanner Rice there to receive it. The sacrifice bunt will move Leischner into scoring position. 1 away. Up to second base goes Kyler Leischner.
Now batting, center fielder.
So Caden Johnson comes in. First pitch he sees, able to put it down for that sac bunt. Back to the top of the lineup now. Garrett Russell will hit 1 for 3 with a bunt single in the first inning, but then 2 pop-out since, and he wears one on the back. Russell will head on down to first. Leads the team in hit by pitches. I don't know if that's ever a category anybody wants to lead, but that is now the 10th time this season that Russell has been hit by a pitch. So he moves on down to first. Already at second base is Kyler Leischner. Docs with 2 on and 1 away, and Zach Holland up to bat next. Facing Brendan Bliss, the reliever. On the mound now for the Southpaws. First pitch for Holland. He hits it to first. It's off the backhand for Rice, and he can't make the play. The fielding error will load the bases for the Docs. Russell to second. Leischner up to third. Holland will get on at first. Got a little jam. That one off the handle. Dribbles it to first base. Might have had some interesting spin on the ball, but just tried to backhand it. Rice couldn't handle it, and it goes off the heel of his glove and kicks away from him. Everybody able to get on safely. That'll be the second error of the ball game for the Southpaws. Jonathan Stone will hit with the bases loaded and 1 out. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Docs trail 4-2 here in the top of the 7th. Stone 0 for 3. Last time up, grounded out to second base. Check swing foul ball for strike 1 against Stone. A ball and a strike against Jonathan Stone. Looking for that first hit. This would be a good time to get it. The 1-1 he takes outside for a 2-1 count. Jonathan, our player interview in the pregame show, brought to you by Umpqua Dairy. We'll work with a day off tomorrow. I got a chance to hopefully get some of those updated on the website so that you guys can listen to them if you missed them during the season. A pitch inside. It'll go to a 3-1 count here for Stone. Nowhere to put him, so a walk would drive in a run for the Doc Stewarts, who trail 4-2 in the top of the 7th inning. Out of the windup, Bliss delivers in. Pitches high and inside, ducking out of the way. Jonathan will draw the bases loaded walk, picks up an RBI, and the Docs back within a run. That is now 2 walks and a hit batter here in the 7th inning for Brendan Bliss. Scoring is Kyler Leischner. Up to third, Russell. Out to second base goes Zach Holland. Base is still loaded with 1 away, and Brody Black will get a chance to hit. Docs trailing 4-3. First pitch to Brody. It's down the middle for strike 1. Brody flew out to right field back in the 6th inning, his first at-bat of the game, after taking over as the DH for Luke Lucido. That ball carried almost all the way to the warning track. The 0-1. Strike at the inside corner near the knees for an 0-2 count. So Bliss has battled his way back here against the Docs. Got an 0-2 count against Brody Black. The 0-2 breaking ball is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes now against Brody.
Nice pitch, baby.
Line drive shot to right field for Brody. That'll tie the ball game up as one run comes in. They're going to send Holland to the plate. The relay into the infield, not in time. And the Doc Stewarts get 2 runs on the single by Brody Black, and they retake the lead. Docs now in front 5-4 here in the top of the 7th. Russell scored easily, jogged to the plate. Holland comes around from second to score. For Jonathan Stone, he only makes it to second base. So he's in scoring position at second. On at first is Brody Black. Docs add 2 runs and lead 5-4 here in the top of the 7th. Zach Mandera bats. He is 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch swinging. He lofts one out to left field. Diving attempt. It's trapped in left field by Johnson. Stone up to third. And the Docs will have the bases loaded again. Zach Mandera just hitting one that just flares to left field. In front of Cody Johnson out there in left for the Southpaws. He made a sliding attempt, but by the time he got a good read on it, all he could do was trap it in left field. And the bases are loaded as Mandera gets on with a single, his second single of the game. Up to second went Brody Black, and Jonathan Stone on at third. Docs have the bases loaded, 1 away, and a visit out to the mound for Troy Babbitt, the Mid-Valley coach. And they'll have a conversation out there for a moment. Doc Stewart's Baseball today here on The Score is brought to you by optometrist Dr. Bonnie Gower. She's here to open your eyes to more options when it comes to your vision. So to find out more, to schedule your appointment, give her a call at 440-2590. Docs leading 5-4 over the Mid-Valley Southpaws. First pitch now to Cody Johnson. He chops it foul, third base side. Staying in the game will be Brendan Bliss. He's facing his 8th batter here in the 7th inning. Again, he's given up 2 walks and a hit batter, and now has given up back-to-back singles to the Docs hitters, allowing the Docs to score 3 times so far here in the 7th. Another foul ball for Cody makes it an 0-2 count. Johnson make it 2 for 3 in this game. Pair of singles. Looking for another base knock here to try and drive in a couple of runs. He's the team leader in RBI. Takes a breaking ball in the dirt for a 1-2 count. Bases loaded. One away. The 1-2 pitch from Bliss. Inside, his fastball just missing, not by much. The 2-2 pitch to Johnson. Line drive. That one is just off the glove. Everybody going to be safe, scoring another run. The Docs will score. That one a diving attempt at third by Hartzell. I couldn't tell at first if he might have caught it, but as he was on the ground, the ball trickled behind him. The shortstop backing up the play. Parizo gets to it, but by the time he gets to it, by the time that Hartzell gets back to his feet into the bag, they can't get the force out at third. Brody Black gets in safely. Jonathan Stone scores on the single by Johnson, who gets his 3rd hit of the game and picks up his first RBI. The Docs are now on top 6-4 over the Southpaws. First pitch, a strike to Jet Black. 1 for 3 on the day for Jet, 9th hitter to the plate here in the 7th inning. The 0-1 high and inside for a 1-1 count. Bases still loaded. Jonathan Stone scored on the ball hit by Cody Johnson. Brody Black up to third and Zach Mandera at second. The 1-1 pitch to Jet. Inside for ball 2. Two balls and a strike against Jet. Brendan Bliss fires in, and Jet will foul it back for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes against the Docs right fielder, Jet Black. He was thrown out trying to score back in the 2nd. His 2-2 pitch He reaches for it, hits it softly towards short. They're going to call infield fly rule, and Jet will be out for the second out here in the seventh. 2 down, but the Docs will bat through the lineup. And coming up for a second time will be Kyler Leischner here in the seventh inning. He drew a walk to lead off the inning. Leischner got on in his first at-bat and then eventually came around to score. So far, 3 runs, make it 4 runs in here in the seventh inning for the Docs. They lead 6-4. Leischner, a line drive to left field, lands fair. 1 run in. Brody will score. Zach Mandera coming around to score. Leischner up to second base. They're going to send Cody Johnson to the plate as well. Docs score 3 runs, clear the bases here in the seventh on a 2-out double by Kyler Leischner deep into the left field corner. And the Doc Stewarts will take a commanding lead here in the top of the seventh. Now on top, 9-4. Brody Black scoring. Zach Mandera scoring, and Cody Johnson all the way from first comes around to score as well. So Leischner coming up big with that 2-out double, scoring 3 runs, giving the Docs a nice little cushion to work with, and that'll do it for Brendan Bliss. He does not make it out of the inning, gets just 2/3 of an inning worked, and there'll be a new man on the mound to face Caden Johnson, who hits for a second time in the seventh. We'll take the break and come back with the details after this Shelby and Migulana construction call to the pen on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Doc Stewart's bat around here in the top of the seventh to build a 9-4 lead. We're still in the top of the seventh as there's been another pitching change. Brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. Chase Reynolds will step onto the mound next. Takes over for Brendan Bliss. Bliss doesn't make it out of his only inning worked. He goes 2/3 of an inning. Gives up 4 hits. Right now is credited with 7 runs, 3 of them earned. 2 walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Now he does leave 1 man on base, so Kyler Leischner out at second base would go to the total for Brendan Bliss before we can close the book on him. Chase Reynolds takes over, another righty on the mound. He'll face Caden Johnson with 2 out and Leischner out at second. First pitch swinging for Johnson into the alley in left center. A diving attempt not made by the new center fielder, Lopez. He almost got there. He's slow to get up. Backing up the play is Cody Johnson. And Caden Johnson gets on with an RBI double, finding the alley out in left center. A valiant effort out of center field by Ezra Lopez, the new man in center. Almost got to that one, but it just gets by him. Kyler Leischner scores from second, and it's suddenly a 10-4 lead for the Doc Stewarts with 2 outs. Top of the lineup here. Russell will bat, and he takes low for ball 1. A 1-0 delivery here for Russell. Reynolds gets him a check swing and fouled back to the screen for a 1-1 count. Russell, his first time up here in the 7th inning, as the Docs are batting through again. He got hit by a pitch, eventually came around to score. Russell 1 for 3 in the game. His 1-1 pitch from Reynolds. Golfs one out towards shallow left center. And coming around to score will be Caden Johnson. It's a base knock for Garrett Russell. Another one here in the 7th for the Docs. Another run comes in to score. Caden scores from second base. Docs lead 11-4. Zach Holland bats for a second time. He reached on a fielding error here in the 7th. He's 1 for 4 in the contest. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Still 2 outs. The Docs have now put 9 runs on the board here in the 7th inning. Out at first base, Russell back in after a throw that direction from Chase Reynolds. So the final numbers are done for Brendan Bliss. We can put the book on him. 8 runs, 3 earned. As Holland will put one high in the air out to left field, fighting the sun out there. Cody Johnson makes the grab to finish things out. So the Doc Stewarts have a big inning here. Send 13 hitters to the plate and score 9 runs to take an 11-4 lead on top of the Southpaws. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Doc Stewart's in front big on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper. It's cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Now batting number 25, Cooper Hartzell.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Doc Stewart's leading 11-4. Joey Kieran here with you. Noah Burke on the mound. First pitch swinging for Cooper Hartzell. He'll put that one into right field on a line drive shot just through the infield. Hartzell will get his first base hit of the ball game as he leads things off in the bottom of the 7th for Mid-Valley. Doc scored 9 runs on 6 hits and 1 error in the 7th. There was also 2 walks and a hit batter in there as well. Noah Burke is on in relief, third pitcher used for the Docs here today as he fires and misses on the first pitch to Jace Lean. Jace Lean is 0 for 2 in the ball game, looking for his first hit. He puts this one in the air, out towards left field. Long run for Zach Holland. He'll make the catch. His speed working out for him there. And the throw to first gets by Jonathan Stone. He'll have to chase it down. They tried to double off Hartzell at first, and he'll end up at second base on the throwing error, getting by at the bag. 1 away. Hartzell moves up to second. For the Docs, that'll be their second error of the ball game. Top of the lineup now, Chase Reynolds will bat. He's the new pitcher, and he gets his first at-bat, takes strike 1. Came in for Brendan Bliss, who went on to the mound from center field. And Bliss now comes out of the game as a batter. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball from Burke misses outside. One delivery coming up for Reynolds. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Hang in there, Chase. You got this 1-9.
A ball and 2 strikes against Reynolds, trying to help himself out here. The 1-2 pitch. Down the middle for strike 3. It's a Joe's Towing strikeout for Noah Burke. Gets his first punch out of his short time on the mound. 2 away, and Cade Parizo, the scheduled batter, will stand in.
Now batting number 17, Cade
Parizo is 2 for 3 in the game with a pair of doubles, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Had a big day at the plate so far. Docs leading 11-4 here in the top of the 7th, 9-inning ball game. Swinging, Parizo puts it in the air. Foul territory, first base side. Jonathan Stone will call everybody off. The first baseman makes the catch to wrap things up in the 7th. Doc Stewart's hang on to their 7-run lead. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Doc Stewart error and 1 man left on base. Go to the top of the 8th inning in this single 9-inning non-league contest on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
11, Southpaws 4.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Start out the top of the 8th inning. Doc Stewart's leading 11-4. Doc's Baseball today brought to you by Clinton Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Chase Reynolds on the mound facing Jonathan Stone, who will poke one out to right field. Long run, diving attempt, not able to make the catch. Spivak unable to get there in time. It'll be a bloop single for Jonathan Stone, who picks up his first hit of the day. Stone reached on a bases-loaded walk in the 7th to drive in a run. Now he gets his first base hit, 1 on with nobody out to start out things here in the 8th inning. Brody Black will get a chance to hit here. 3rd time up, despite coming in the game midway through. He hit in the 6th, the 7th, and now gets to hit again here in the 8th. First pitch from Reynolds. Ball fouled away by Brody for strike 1. So the Doc Stewart's battling their way back. They are 7-14 on the season on the road this year, so trying to get that a little bit better. Keep saying the good thing is they get to host the state tournament, so that's big news for the Docs there. As a swing and a miss for Brody on a breaking ball for an 0-2 count. Get to play at the friendly confines of Legion Field. A few more games to go, though, before we get to that point. No balls, 2 strikes here against Brody Black. Reynolds delivers. The off speed is high, a breaking ball that just misses. Brody had a 2 RBI single back in the 7th inning. Fouls off another one. Stays at a 1-2 count. 2 RBI single was a line drive to right field. 1 of 6 hits in that 7th inning for the Doc Stewarts. Looking at the numbers, we'll check your Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Get you a look at the numbers on the board. 11 runs on 15 hits and 2 errors for the Docs. 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors for the Southpaws. Another ball fouled to the right side for Brody Black. Stays with a 1-2 count. Garrettson Building Supply is offering a wide range of high-quality lumber, plywood, and building-related materials. Garrettson Building Supply, supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. The 1-2 pitch for Brody again. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. It'll go to a 2-2 count. Checking with the base umpire on that one. Do have another score that we can report to you with that Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Just got to find it real quick. 2-2 for Brody in the dirt again, and it'll go to a full count. Earlier today in the first game from their end-of-season tournament, the Roseburg Renegades beating North Medford 9-2. So they pick up a victory. And we'll move on. There's 4-team bracket going on there. Stepping off the rubber, Reynolds will dig back in. He's got a full count against Brody Black. After working ahead early, Brody's battled his way back into the at-bat. Reynolds, full count pitch. Strike 3 called. Brody had tossed away the bat. He gets the hook. Goes down looking. First strikeout for the new man, Chase Reynolds. 1 away. On the outside corner, Brody Black going down. Zach Mandera will step in next. Throw over to first base. Jonathan Stone back in safely. Reynolds has paid quite a bit of attention to him over there. Z takes upstairs for ball 1 on the first pitch of his at-bat. Mandera with 2 singles. He's got a 2-for-3 day going. Runner going, Stone to second base. Will get in before the tag. Pitch was in the dirt for ball 2 against Mandera. It'll go to a 2-0 count and a man in scoring position now for Zach.
Nice pitch, Chase.
Stolen base for Jonathan Stone. Takes his lead at second base. The 2-0 for Mandera. Reynolds kicks and fires. Gets Zach to pop it up. Back behind home. Giving chase. And behind the plate, Ephraimson unable to get to that one in time. That one just on the other side of the fencing. Down that third base side behind home. The net pretty high back behind the plate, but then it goes to a lower section there. Ephraimson in his catcher's gear decided not to try and climb the fence to get to that one. I don't know if he would have had enough arm length to get to it. 2 balls and a strike now against Mandera. Gets this one in the air out towards right center on the run. Lopez in front of the wall. He can't make the catch. Just over his glove off the wall. Mandera in with a double. The throw to the plate will not be in time to get Jonathan Stone. And the Doc Stewarts add another run here in the top of the 8th. A double for Zach Mandera. 3 hits on the day for him. Picks up his first RBI. That one taking Lopez all the way to the wall, just in front of the 355 sign in center field. And Zach drives in Jonathan Stone with that double, 1-out double to center field. Cody Johnson for the Doc Stewarts will stand in next. Johnson 3 for 4 today. He puts one in the air out towards center. Going back, Lopez twisting and turning in front of the wall. He'll make the catch on the warning track. Tagging and advancing. Mandera will get to third. 2 away. Johnson, I almost wondered if he might have had enough of the behind that one, especially with the wind helping out here at West Albany usually. But Cody not getting quite enough of that one. Flies out to deep center field. Zach Mandera up to third base. 2 away now for the Docs. Jed Black will hit with 2 out and a man at third. First pitch, swinging. Jed puts it in the air to shallow right field. 3 players converging, and it'll fall between all 3 of them. Spivak, Rice, and Lean all closing in on that baseball, and none of them calling for it, and it lands for a bloop single for Jet Black, driving in Zach Mandera. It makes it now 13-4. Doc Stewart's in front. Kyler Leishner, the catcher, will shed the gear and bats with 2 outs and a man at first. Doc's in front by 9. Throw over, back in safely will go Jet. First pitch for Leishner. Reynolds delivers in. Leishner got that one low on the handle, in the air to shallow left field. On the run, it pops in and out of the glove for Johnson, and everybody will be safe. That one right into the palm of the glove. I could see the baseball against his black leather glove out there, and he had the catch, but Johnson couldn't hold on to it. It pops right out of his glove. Leishner will get on safely on the error. Jet Black running all the way, goes first to third. Doc Stewart's have him on the corners with 2 down. Another run would put him up by 10, and I would assume would mean that we'd be 3 outs away from wrapping this one up maybe a little early. Pitch in the dirt to Caden Johnson for ball 1. Johnson is 1 for 1 in the game with a double, an RBI double, as well as a sac bunt. A throw in for Reynolds. He'll get it on the edge for strike 1. The 1-1. Johnson fouls it away, third base side for strike 2. (13-4) our score, top of the 8th inning. At the plate, a 1-2 count for Johnson. Caden takes outside, throw down to first. Jet back in front of the tag. That was a breaking ball outside, got Ephraimson up out of his crouch from behind the plate. His momentum took him towards the first base side, and out at first base, Kyler Leishner had a big enough lead that Ephraimson gave it a go. 2-2 high and inside for ball 3 against Caden Johnson. Three balls, 2 strikes, an open bag out there. Runner going from first, and it's fouled back by Johnson. Back to first base will have to go Kyler Leishner. 7th hitter to the plate here in the 8th inning. Doc sent 13 hitters to the plate in the 7th. So a couple of long innings here for the pitching staff for Mid-Valley, the Southpaws. Righty on the mound, Chase Reynolds trying to wrap it up. Is 3-2. Pulled towards left field, well struck. On the run, a diving attempt in left field. Johnson will trap it. 1 run in. They're going to hold Leishner at third, and up to second goes Johnson. Caden gets his second RBI double of the game. Cody Johnson out in left field, just sliding to get to that baseball. I don't know if he really had much of a chance to get to it and make a catch. Trapped it out there, knocked it down, did not let it get away from him. Scoring from third was Jet Black, making it 14-4 for the Docs. Going to first to third was Kyler Leishner. Docs have runners at second and third with 2 away. Top of the order here, Garrett Russell will bat. 6th at-bat of the game for Russell. He chops one to third, picked up there. The throw to first is there for the final out. 5-3 will finish things off here in the top of the 8th. Docs add a few more runs and lead 14-4 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Well, Noah Burke will come out of the game after pitching an inning and a third, in which time he only gave up one hit, no runs. He finished with no walks and one strikeout. And Noah Burke is in line to try and pick up the victory as Brody Black will take the rubber. A 10-run lead for the Doc Stewarts, so not a save opportunity here for Brody Black, but Noah Burke has a chance to become the first 4-game winner for the Docs this season and improve his record to 4-0 on the year if the score stays in the Docs' favor. Brody Black, his last out was against Willamette Valley in the last game for the Docs, and he took the loss in that one. He's got a 1-1 record. He unfortunately walked the bases loaded in the 9th, and then Noah Burke came in relief and walked a batter as well to walk in the game-winning run in extra innings against the Docs versus Willamette Valley back on Tuesday. As the first pitch for Brody Black is grounded to second base. Caden Johnson will throw out Taylor Holder. That was Holder, correct? No, a pinch hitter? Oh, it's 15. That's right. The pitcher, the DH came out, so that was going to be Ezra Lopez that just grounds out there. So Lopez in his first at-bat grounds out to second base. So Brody Black out there trying to get a little bit of redemption after taking the loss in an extra inning game for the Docs against league opponent Willamette Valley. He's got one out. He misses high for ball 2 here against Connor Spivak. The 2-0 pitch, Spivak fouls it away. So I'd assume they're going to probably go by the normal rules here after 5 innings. If the score is in favor of by 10 runs for either team, that's when you call it quits with the 10-run mercy rule. There's a pitch in for a called strike against Spivak. So with the Docs leading 14-4, I'm going to assume that if they get 3 outs here without giving up a run, the Docs will end it early. Breaking ball in the dirt will make it a full count now against Connor Spivak, who is 0 for 2 in the ball game, had a sac fly for an RBI in the 6th. Brody's 3-2 pitch, high for ball 4. Walks were an issue back on Tuesday for Brody. He issues one here to put a man on with one away.
Number 22, Cody Johnson.
Cody Johnson will stand in next. That is Mid-Valley's Cody Johnson getting a chance to hit with one away and one on. Johnson is 1 for 3 for the Southpaws. Struck out in the 6th inning. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Throw down to first. Ooh, just about got him. Back in safely goes Spivak. The tag by Jonathan Stone might have just missed on the initial attempt, and that might have been the difference there. 0-1 pitch for Johnson. Puts it in the air. Out into center field. Going to carry enough for Russell to come in just a little ways and makes the catch for the second out. 2 away, and Evan Cyrus will bat next. At least he is the scheduled hitter. And it is going to be, it's Bryce Ephraimson, who did come in as the catcher position. He'll get his first at-bat. So Ephraimson stands in with 2 away and 1 on, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Doc Stewart's Baseball today is brought to you by Cruz Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. Pitch fouled away. That goes off the face mask of Kyler Leischner. They'll give him a moment. No balls and 2 strikes here against Ephraimson. He had a double and an RBI in last night's 12-2 loss against Corvallis for the Southpaws. A loss here against the Doc Stewarts for Mid-Valley is going to be their 3rd loss in 4 games here to finish out the season. 0-2 pitch coming up for Ephraimson. Brody delivers. Ball softly hit towards second. It goes over the top of Caden Johnson into right field. Jet Black sends it back in. Only able to get to second base is Connor Spivak. Ephraimson picks up a hit in his only at-bat of the ball game. On at first. 2 men on with 2 away. Brody Black will try to get the final out against Tanner Rice, who's 0 for 3. The lefty will stand in. First pitch from Brody. Ground ball to second. This should do it. They'll go to second base to get the out there. And that'll wrap up things here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And I'm going to see, it does look like they're going to call this one here with the 10-run mercy rule. So the Doc Stewarts get a 14-4 win on top of the Mid-Valley Southpaws. Doc Stewarts will improve to 22-16 on the year. They'll go back to 6 games above 500. Mid-Valley will drop to 23-14 on the year. We'll talk more about it as we come back to wrap things up in our Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Don't go anywhere, folks. Doc Stewart's win 14-4 on the road against Mid-Valley here today on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper. Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Back here as the game has wrapped up, the Doc Stewarts get the victory on top of the Mid-Valley Southpaws. The Doc Stewarts getting a victory here in a non-leaguer as they gear up for their matchup against the Medford Mustangs coming up this weekend. That'll be the big one for the Docs, and they will hopefully take some of the momentum they built here today into that series coming up. Taking a look at the numbers here today for the Docs and the Southpaws. Our final check of the Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Your final scoreboard numbers: 14 runs on 18 hits, 2 errors for the Docs, 4 runs on 8 hits, and 3 errors for Mid-Valley as the Docs win 14-4 to improve to 22-16 on the year. And Mid-Valley drops to 23-14 on the season as they round out their regular season, although it sounds like they're going to attempt to try and add a couple of games, if at all possible, before they make the trip down to Roseburg for the state tournament. So we'll see if they get those in. I know it's going to be a tough time to get a couple of games in, but they'll see what they can dig up as they try to get a couple more tune-up games before the state tournament begins a week from this Saturday. So the Doc Stewarts get the victory here today. Let's go ahead and recap things here in the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. It's your game recap brought to you by the News Review Sports section. For more on today's game, make sure you pick up a copy of the News Review print edition coming up tomorrow in newsstands near you. Well, the Doc Stewarts took the lead 1-0 in the top of the second on what I believe was I think they took that lead on the base knock by Jacob Luther. I'll have to double check on that one. But Cody Johnson scores to give the Docs a 1-0 lead in the second. In the top of the fourth inning, the Docs would add another run as a wild pitch would bring in Luke Lucido. He led off the inning with a double, moved to third on a wild pitch, and scored on a wild pitch to make it 2-0. A run, though, in for Mid Valley in the bottom of the fourth inning on an RBI single by Cody Johnson made it 2-1. Then Mid Valley put 3 runs on the board in the sixth inning against Peyton Hope. Hope gives up 3 runs on 4 hits, gave up back-to-back doubles to lead off the inning, a single, a sac fly. He did get a strikeout and then gave up another single, and his day was done on the mound as Peyton Hope gives up the 3 runs in the sixth inning, and it was suddenly 4-2 in favor of Mid Valley. But the Doc Stewarts didn't waste a lot of time waiting to strike back in the seventh inning. A new man on the mound, Brendan Bliss, came in, and the Doc Stewarts send 13 hitters to the plate, score 9 runs on 6 hits and 1 error. And the Doc Stewarts just tally on the runs, able to pull ahead 11-4 at the time. They'd put 3 runs on the board in the top of the 8th inning on an RBI double by Zach Mandera, an RBI bloop single by Jet Black, and an RBI double by Caden Johnson. In the 8th, made it 14-4. Docs up by 10 runs. They get the final 3 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and they get the 10-run Mercy Rule victory. So the Doc Stewarts get the 14-4 win here today. That is your News Review Sports game recap. We'll continue on with more of the Roseburg Disposal post-game show coming up, and we will take a look more at some of the individual numbers, try and hurry through things here as I rode with the team, and I'm sure they're ready to get on the road on the way back home. So we'll take our final 2-minute break of the Roseburg Disposal show, post-game show, come back, look at some of the numbers, and then we will name our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game as well. Back after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Swimming season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Reese's Pieces. Popcorn with butter.
Starburst.
Popcorn.
Okay.
Skittles.
Popcorn.
Swedish Fish.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Best snack for movies? Oh, buttered popcorn.
Okay. Welcome you back for more of the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Doc Stewarts get a 14-4 victory over the Mid-Valley SouthPaws and take the victory tonight. This game's been brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall. For new patients, mention the code Perfect Smile and receive a free X-ray and exam from Dr. Randall in his office there. Well, let's take a look at the numbers here. Again, 14 runs on 18 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. Mid-Valley, 4 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors, and 6 men left on base. Noah Burke picks up the win. He pitches 1 1/3 inning in relief. Gave up just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. He improves to 4-0 on the season. Brendan Bliss takes the loss in relief. He pitched just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 hits, 8 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Docs also used Doran Gillespie, Peyton Hope, and Brody Black in this ball game as well on the mound. Kevin Crowell started for Mid-Valley. Chase Reynolds finished things off. So the Doc Stewarts improved to 22-16 on the year, and the Mid-Valley drops to 23-14 with the loss. Taking a look at some of the offensive numbers, a lot of hits to go around for the Docs. Garrett Russell had a couple of base knocks in this one, an RBI in there as well. Zach Holland had just 1 hit, scored a run. Jonathan Stone had 1 hit in the game, had an RBI on a walk and scored twice, also had a stolen base. Luke Lucido goes 1 for 2 with a double and the run scored. Brody Black goes 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single. Zach Mandera had 3 hits in the ball game, 2 singles and a double with an RBI. And if you guys didn't put together so many hits, maybe I'd be done already. Guys are giving me a hard time here. Looking through it, Zach Mandera had the 3 hits. Cody Johnson had 3 hits in the ballgame and an RBI. Jet Black got 2 hits in the game. Gabe Burke had got hit by a pitch to get on base. Kyler Leichner had a double for 3 RBI. Jacob Luther went 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. And Caden Johnson had 2 doubles in the game with 2 RBI as well. We'll just go with that as I want to wrap up. The team's breaking their huddle, so I got to pack everything up here as well. We'll get on the road and make our way back to Roseburg. The Doc Stewarts will be taking on Medford coming up on Saturday at home for a league doubleheader. Need to name our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game, and let's see here. Let's see, that 7th inning was the big catalyst. Kyler Leichner in the 7th inning got on base twice, scored 2 runs, drove in 3 runs. Big game for him coming in relief. Everybody had a really decent day here today, so kind of hard to pick a player of the game, but we're going to give it to Kyler Leichner. For anybody that may have been listening and is going to call me out on this, I've been called out on this before. I didn't name our player of the game after Game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday, or not yesterday, but back on Tuesday against Willamette Valley. I think I forgot to do it in the postgame show there. Cody Johnson was going to be the player of the game after that Game 2 against Willamette Valley that I forgot to mention. So there you go. That's your Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game. That is Kyler Leichner is going to earn the award here today. All right, folks, that'll wrap it up for us. Thanks to Mid-Valley for hosting us here at West Albany High School today. A great spot to catch a ball game. Really appreciate the hospitality. Thanks to head coach Scott Shaver and the entire Doc Stewarts baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Docs baseball here on The Score. Thanks to Brenton Cranford and Chance Terrell for doing the production work back in the studio here today on the radio side. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. We'll talk to you guys on Saturday when the Doc Stewarts host the Medford Mustangs in a series that will decide the Area 4 Championship. Game 1 of the doubleheader Saturday from Legion Field starts at 5 o'clock, so tune in for pregame coverage starting at 4:45 online at 541radio.com or right here on Douglas County's Home for Sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.